So, thank you for joining me. It's another YouTube video about how to build a loyal customer base. And I don't believe I've spoken about this before, but today it's going to be identifying how car detailers can make an extra £10,000 per month, £10,000 per year, or even just £10,000 per week. And this can be 10,000, it can be 100,000, or it can be dollars, it can be anything. Okay? The same aspect still applies. Now, I want to break down how you can build a lasting repeat customer base that will increase your revenue substantially. Perfect, so now I'm going to be talking about the most real problems, the extremely real problems that loads and loads of car detailers that I speak to actually discover during their career. And this can be one-off bookings. It's one of the most common ones because a lot of car detailers believe they can just rely off of just one booking, okay? Just one-off bookings from one customer who just decides to book once and then leave, okay? Not just one booking a year, but one customer only booking once and then never booking again. Why don't you reach back out to that customer and make sure that he can make you double the profit that he's already made you? It doesn't make sense to me. Now, let's look at seasonal swings. So this can be when you're experiencing kind of a roller coaster. You've got ups in summer, then you go straight down to flat out, absolute zero work in winter. Now, why do you resist the change? Why do you resist the ability to improve this and actually create a predictable system where you can predict the amount of bookings that you might get over the next week or over the next month? And now I've got referrals you can't control, okay? So if you're not controlling the referrals that are coming in, and if you are only relying on referrals, I should say, then you're not running a business, you're just doing a favor for a bunch of friends of yours, okay? It doesn't make any sense, does it? If your only system of client acquisition is making sure and relying that one of your customers will refer you to someone else, then you're just kind of hoping and praying that someone will just reach out to someone else and say, look, this guy is really good at detailing, but he isn't your marketing guy. He isn't the guy that you should rely on for client acquisition. You should know when someone's going to refer him. Because what if they don't? What if they don't refer you to someone else? What if they've reached the end and they don't know anyone else? Or if they don't feel comfortable doing it? You know, there's so many systems that will stop you from relying on referrals that you can actually predict the amount of bookings that you're going to get over the next week or the next month or even the next year. So let's talk about constant customer chasing. So the same thing with referrals. You can't control this. But you're constantly chasing up customers and you can't control whether they're going to say yes or no. And if they're just going to leave you and you're going to be left without a customer over the next week or over the next month. And then you start to prevent the amount of revenue that you can actually generate for the business to reinvest and then put into your personal life as well. So the note at the bottom, this is a service quality problem. It's not a service quality problem. No, it's a systems problem and it is extremely fixable. Now, you'll be glad to know that the hidden opportunity isn't really hidden at all. It's in your phone, okay? The best growth isn't out there, it's what you already have, okay? And it's already in your existing customer list. Now, let me talk about repeat clients and how they cost 5 times less to retain than getting a new client, whether that be marketing spend, whether it just be your time reaching out to them, okay? So if you have another client come back to you, it's so much easier to do that, 5 times easier to do that, than to reach out to someone who's already booked with you before. Now, let's talk about loyal customers book more frequently and spend more per visit because they already trust you. If you've got a brand new customer and they want to book with ceramic coating, they have to trust you much more than a customer who's already got that trust, that reputation involved, and already knows about your company itself. So they already know you. So it's so much easier to have a loyal customer book more frequently with your service. Now, let's look at predictable income and how it replaces the feast or famine mentality and the cycle that you're going through, which is really unfortunate. So you want to create a system with your loyal customers that will allow you to understand when they're going to book next, how you're going to make them book next, and what incentives you have to improve the service, to give them a reason to book next. The biggest thing that I want you to remember throughout this entire YouTube video is incentives. What is their incentive to book again with you over someone else or over not doing it at all? Now, and most detailers have no system, okay, which is fine, but it just gives you the head start if you build a system, which you should, 1000%. If you like money and you believe that money can help your situation, then you should build a system. As simple as that. You shouldn't be thinking, is it worth it? Because it 100% is, and I'm going to explain why. So, why don't customers come back automatically? Right, here's 4 reasons for you. But it's not that they were unhappy, it's just that nothing brought them back and they didn't have a high enough incentive, or, first point, they simply forgot. Okay? There's no reminder, there's no sort of thought process going around your business after they leave. There's no message after the detail saying, hey, thanks so much for the detail, would you send a review? Or there's no message saying, hey, thanks so much for the detail, would you like to book again sometime? Here's the booking link, feel free to book again whenever you're ready. So they simply forget, they have busy lives, everyone is going through their own thing. They might just resort to, whenever they need a next detail, just going on Google and then picking the next best option, which might not be you, it might be you, but even if it's not, you don't want to risk it. All it takes is just a quick reminder to say, hey, would you like to book again? We did a detail 2 weeks ago, you did an amazing job, you were super happy, you left me a review, why don't you just book with me again? Super simple, super easy, and there's no reason for them to return. Here's another one, so incentives. So what's their incentive to return? If I am a customer and I book with a car detailer and say it's just the exact same service if I were to book again, or if he were to give me an incentive, like a free air freshener, or just something unique that made him different to the other detailers, would give me enough of a reason. It doesn't need to be over the top, it doesn't need to cost you even money, just something branded, something personalized, or even an emotional attachment that I had to that car detailer is so easy that will make you so much more money. And that's it, just an incentive. Say, for example, I had a nice conversation with the past detailer, got to know him a bit, and then realized that, I'd rather talk to him again with a new detail. So I'd invite him around, to detail my car. I would be a loyal customer in that scenario. Now let's talk about competitors capture them. Okay, so like I said, they might forget about you, so the next time they need a detail, they go to Google. Then they pick the next best option, which is fine. The next best option are my clients, the clients who were at the top of Google, which I'm quite happy about. So if you want to be at the top of Google, click the link in my bio and I will help you out. But anyway, competitors capture them, all right? So if you aren't in a position where you can clearly be seen as the best option, then competitors will capture your customers if you don't retain them. Now, let's talk about no emotional connection. This is what I was talking about earlier with, the situation, the scenario that I put you in. So if you don't build an emotional connection with your clients, they're less likely to book with you again because they see no reason to. They see no opportunity for them to book again. They see no incentive for them to book again because they're like, okay, well, this is just like a regular car detail. I'll just go to someone else. Same price, same quality, super simple. But why should you build that emotional connection? So it outweighs the competitors. So they feel like they are personalized every detail they do with you, even if you're not changing anything. Cool. Let's move on. Nice. So what is a loyalty system? I'm talking so much about a loyalty system, and there's going to be someone new watching this video where you don't know what a loyalty system actually is. So a loyalty system is a structured process that keeps customers returning automatically without you having to chase them. Super easy, okay? And it's incredibly simple. So a structured process, something that automatically brings customers back after a detail so you don't have to do anything manual, which I can set up for you, or I'll show you how to set it up. And you will not have to chase them. Super easy, automatic, okay? You can sit back and expect that your customers will book with you again. Nice. So this is what this looks like. Maintenance plans. So a maintenance plan, a maintenance detail to keep your customers' cars shining and brand new every single month or every single week. So then you can predict that you will at least have one customer each week or each month from this maintenance plan. And if you have that for 20 customers, you have 20 bookings guaranteed every single month. And then we have VIP programs. So tiered perks that reward frequency and make top clients feel valued. So VIP programs. A VIP program is something that will attract much more higher profit clients. And you can do something just as a branded icon, so a branded air freshener, or a branded vacuumed floor mat, something as simple as that. And scheduled follow-ups. So automatic scheduled follow-ups to your existing client base to remind them to book again so they don't forget in their busy lives and then end up booking with someone else on Google. Easy, I don't need to expand on that anymore. Exclusive perks, priority booking, so booking over other brand new clients. Discounts, added value reserved for repeat clients. Super easy, and it just gives them an incentive to remain repeat clients. So then all of the new clients that you get, they see a reason to become repeat clients and to join your customer base. Nice. So let's talk about referral engines, which is what I was talking about earlier with referrals and how they never really end up being, they shouldn't really end up being the core reliability of the business. Now, let's talk about how you can turn clients into a growth engine, an engine that continues to grow your company without you having to do much for it. So satisfied clients will, or might, refer you, but only if you make it easy and rewarding to give them an incentive to refer you again. Maybe that's a discount, maybe that's an add-on service, maybe that's something, a connection that you've made every time that they refer you. And give and get offers, so give a friend £20 off and get 20 off your next detail. So if they refer a client, that client gets 20% off, and if that client who referred them also gets £20 off. Easy, super simple. And client-only promotions, exclusive deals and rewards that only apply to loyalty and incentivize sharing. So if one client is getting an amazing incentive through their loyalty scheme and through the client base that they're in, they're going to refer other customers who will also join your client base and then give you more of a predictable flow of bookings over the next few months. And then social proof. So you can encourage reviews, shares, and attract new clients instantly, which will allow you to grow your customer base instead of just keeping it at the same level, which is amazing. So you can do before and after reviews on social media, and you can post content. You can do so many streams of testimonials and brand building, which will overall as well improve your brand reputation. Now, this is the compounding effect. You see the infinity loop here. You've got loyal clients, you've got more referrals, more frequent bookings, and stronger brand reputation. Let me show you how this leads on and works all together. So, stronger brand reputation. So, with a stronger brand reputation, more proof of results, more reviews, you will attract more loyal clients because they will trust you better. And then loyal clients turn into more referrals turn into more frequent bookings, and then using those bookings, you can create a stronger brand reputation. Easy. So that's the loop of how a compounding effect using loyalty and referral systems work. You can create an infinite beneficial reinvestment into the company using just this easy loyalty system and creating a club for your business. Essentially, you can create a loyalty club or a premium loyalty club. And each loyal client isn't just one booking, they're a multiplier. So they will book with you and only you for the rest of their lives. How simple is that? And putting it like that, it really seems like it's worth it. Just worth the time to work on it and create it, or worth the investment to reinvest to create it. Let's move on. So I don't mean to scare you here, but what happens without these systems? So without systems, you're constantly spending on marketing without seeing sufficient results because you only make a profit on customers that come once and then disappear. So you never really make too much of a return on investment on the ads that you're paying for, on the marketing that you're doing. Cool. And then inconsistent months and cash flow anxiety. So you have cash flow anxiety because you never know when your next customer is coming and you never know how to predict that next customer. And you have feast or famine cycles, with the roller coaster, you never know when the spike is coming and when the drop is coming, when you're poor and when you're wealthy. Simple as. Burnout from always chasing the next job. So you'll constantly be burned out, wasting time looking for another customer after another customer instead of just keeping the customers that have already worked with you and build a connection with you. Nice. And then with systems, you'll get predictable bookings baked into every month, which is amazing. You get lower pressure and constantly acquire new customers. You get higher lifetime value per client. You get a stronger, trusted local reputation that grows itself. And the difference isn't talent or hard work. You can't just hard work yourself here. It's just building the right structure and infrastructure around your business, which is the most important part. You have to have structure inside of your business. Otherwise, you're going off luck and hope and prayers, genuinely just to keep the business alive. So just think about it. Think about without these systems, with these systems, and then think whether it would be worth it to have these systems in place. Now take a look now and just write notes down about what it would look like for your company. Take as much as you'd like. Pause the video and just make some notes down about what it could look like for your business. If you personalized it, what it could look like with systems, and then what it could look like currently if it doesn't already have systems. And then if you have systems in place but they aren't performing to this level, then book a call with me with the link in bio or in my profile, and you'll be able to create these systems. Now, how can you build this? Or how can we build this? So, You can start off with number one, creating customer retention systems, so structured follow-up processes to prevent them from forgetting, to remind them about an incentive, or to just remind them to book again and keep them engaged during each booking, which is super important. Then you've got loyalty programs set up, so custom VIP and maintenance plans to attract wealthier customers, but also to keep the customers that you've already got with better reviews and better testimonials. And then we've got referral campaign design, so give offers, reward structures, and designed to generate consistent introductions. So consistently give rewards and incentives so that customers will like to book again, or refer to more customers, so that you can not only give an incentive to referred or brand new customers to join your loyal base, but you'll also have more predictable and increased bookings over the next few weeks, months, and forever on. Now let's talk about automated follow-up sequences. So smart reminders and re-engagement messages that work while you're detailing cars. Okay, super simple. And revenue optimization strategy, identifying and unlocking income already hidden inside your current client base. Now I know I just read that completely off the board, but let me talk about it. So identifying and unlocking the income already hidden. So it's hidden, all right? You might not have reached out to some clients in a long time, but that doesn't mean they weren't your past clients, and it doesn't mean they didn't have a great experience while working with you. So they might be hidden, but they are revenue opportunities, and they're inside of your current client base. You need to remember that. Just look inside of your current client base, look inside of your CRM, and see if you can spot clients that are available for you, and then reach out to them, see if they will work with you again with an incentive that you have planned before reaching out to them. Cool, so let's move on. And I hope you made some notes around this, because this is how you can build this personally. And if you want any help with any of this, book a call with me or drop me a message in the comments below, and I'll be able to help you with this. And we can book a call together, and I will identify 7 revenue opportunities that you can 7 times or 10 times the revenue that you were making previously. Now, your next step could just start with one conversation with a client, one conversation with a couple clients, or it can be one conversation with me so that I can implement these systems for you. And what I can do for you is book a free strategy call where I will show you exactly real actionable steps that you can implement just to improve your business for completely free. Now, get a revenue audit. We'll identify the loyalty and referral gaps inside of your business so that we can implement solutions so that you can grow and 10 times your revenue. And start building your system. So walk away with a clear plan and direct instructions on how you can build this, whether you work with us or not. It's super, super simple. And let me talk about this section here. So most detailing businesses are sitting on untapped income, which could be you right now, or you might not even be a detailer at all, and you're just watching this video for the fun of it, which I appreciate. A free strategy audit will show you exactly where it is and how to unlock it without spending more on ads and without spending more on marketing. So first of all, most detailing businesses are sitting on untapped income. If you are just like the 1% that will implement this after watching this video and actually make actions, then you're already ahead of most detailing businesses. And that's it. That's all from me. But I hope you found a lot of value from this video, and there's more videos coming soon, hopefully. All right. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. This was Luke Holloway at Evolve Enterprises. I'm the founder and current CEO.